Hello and welcome back to Shadow of Mordor, Part 20, and in this episode, we will be doing this stealth mission, Deathly Whisper.
They will never find the sword.
Now the attract skill is something that actually works really well when you're raiding a stronghold. Outside of raiding a stronghold, this damn thing is useless.
No alarms for you. I said no alarms.
Did that work? Yes, it did. Cool. Even if you don't actually have the tutorial prompt to have a attract trigger, there are times when you can actually still use attract.
So attract is an ability you've had this whole time?
Yes. You gain attract shortly after like your first mission with learning about Celebrimbor's past. It is a very important ability, and if you're skilled with using it, you can clear out an entire stronghold using it. But it takes so goddamn long because the Uruks, while they're under attract, move at like half speed.
That can get annoying.
Yes, it can get very annoying.
Because you're just waiting for them to get to the place. And in that time, you get so angry that you go bloodthirsty.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you what, it beats...
Trigger attract, then trigger attract before you jump down, then jump down and kill them.
It's not...
That's the cheesy way that I do this. That's the cheesy way that I do this mission.
So it's not quite like throwing pebbles at them. If you throw the pebble at the enemy, you aggro the enemy while not alerting the other enemies that are near. You only alert the
We have that ability too, actually. We do have that ability. It's a distract as opposed to attract. Distract, unlike attract, doesn't actually function because distract has the problem of not having a clear indicator of its effective range. So when you use distract on the ground, you're not entirely sure who of the neighboring Uruks have actually been affected by it.
And then you realize to your dismay that you distracted the wrong targets.
Yeah.
Because that, I can totally see how that could get annoying, because you don't have control, you don't have criteria that lets you know how well you're doing, except that you fuck up.
The best way to use attract in my personal opinion is with ledge kills. Ledge kills make attract super simple to use. And there we go.
Nice. Yeah, I agree, because at least while you're on the ledge, the enemy, they don't seem to have any ability whatsoever to see you just hanging there.
For the most part.
But if you let them go too far, then they catch you.
Actually, if you let them stay alive for too long while you're on the ledge, they'll eventually look down and see you.
Oi, who's got the little pink fingers?
Alright, we're trying to finish off this hunting challenge before we head out to Nurnin. But yeah, we're heading out to Nurnin in this part.
Udun.
No, we're already in Udun.
Nice. Don't let him escape.
Gorfil, the assassin.
Identify from afar.
And totally ignore him because he's not what we're hunting. We are hunting this Caragor, actually.
Die.
One headshot and two headshot. Boom.
Alright.
Hunting challenge
Fall
complete.
back.
Oh, and now we're supposed to kill rats.
What, we have to kill rats now?
For hunting, for the hunting challenge. Mind you, you don't ever have to actually do the hunting or survival challenges, but they give you additional mirin that you can spend on upgrades, so I personally recommend you do them. Posh thin bones.
The more you do, the more powerful you become.
Yep.
So there must be a well that must be the speed run is to do as little as possible and still complete the game.
Yes. And damn it, missed. 2 rats.
Tiny targets make tricky kills.
Looks like we're just hunting the rats, and we're gonna skip over the. That's just a spider, and we're gonna skip over the moon letters.
He's a witcher. He can see things that ordinary men can't.
Douche, the biter.
Douche. Sweet.
There's a Caragor outside of a pen.
What we need to do is find the asterisk.
Tutorial for the new region. Yep.
Each area has its own army.
Yep. There are only 2 areas in the game, which is why I separate the game into Act 1 and Act 2. We have successfully completed Act 1, and we're moving into Act 2 now.
Oh, sweet.
The smell of fresh meat always attracts the scavengers.
Hi, Lithariel.
And they tend to travel in packs. We should leave now.
Queen will be pleased to see you.
We're going on vacation.
Now, I'm not sure if Lithariel is actually an elf or not. I assume that she is not, but her mom clearly is an elf.
So maybe her father was a human?
She could very well be a half-elf.
We are here.
I mean, thanks to...
Wow, that is a shanty to end all shanties.
Yeah, it's made out of, like... It looked like
Plywood
dried...
and cloth.
Yeah, plywood and dried animal hides.
For some reason, the Uruks do not know how to build things.
They can only destroy.
Lady Marwen, Queen of the Shore.
A fallen
You
ranger
are old.
from the Black Gate. Come close.
Wait, I thought elves don't age.
Oh, no. Elves age, but we'll see what's going on with Marwen later, much later.
The hour grows late.
And I can make powder with the natural elements.
His army will march all over Mordor, but a great power can be awakened to prevent it.
Is that why I'm here?
Breach into Morgoth's scar. Take the elven craftwork from the ghouls and find a dwarf.
Trance time is over.
Yep.
Stay strong.
Don't drop the scepter. We paid a lot of money for that sapphire.
What is your mother's affliction?
Actually, Marwen didn't pay anything for that sapphire.
She worsened after her travels.
Is there not medicine?
There was, but our camp was overrun.
After this mission, after this mission that we're going on now, the campaign splits into 2 different paths. The primary path is attempting to follow the quest of Marwen, and the secondary path is following the quest of a character that we will be meeting up with, I think, at the end of this part. I personally recommend that you follow up with the secondary path instead of following Marwyn's path, because, well, following Marwyn's path pretty much ends the game.
Ah. But doing the secondary
But
path
yes,
doesn't?
we're in an entirely new region, so once again we have to climb these goddamn towers.
So doing the path of the character we're going to meet does not end the game?
No, it does not. I mean, it gets you closer to the end of the game because of the plot points that we end up going on. But it in and of itself will not end the game. Whereas Marwyn's path, well, mostly will end the game on its own.
So that's the main quest.
Yep. I mean, they're both main quests because of the plot MacGuffins, but Marwyn's path is significantly more plot relevant.
And of course, they would introduce the optional one second, the superior of the two options.
So many dead Uruks. I must thank the ghouls before I slaughter them.
Thank you, ghouls.
Scavengers. They take all but leave one thing behind.
Nirnan as a region is significantly more wild and untamed than Udun/Ara is. There are dire Caragors around. There's the horned Graugs around, and very few of the wildlife has actually been tamed by the Uruks here. So, do you have any other questions, Mr. Cloud?
They need better human slave impersonators. Help!
Well, all the ones there were Uruk, so. Nice stealth kill. Morgoth's Breach. This area, I personally recommend that while we're here, to grab all the optional stuff that's here on this trip, because coming back to this place and getting back out is a fucking chore.
Follow the path. The farts will lead the way.
The ghouls left.
The celestial flatulence will lead you to the truth.
Well, it's footprints, but you know, I don't think that ghouls actually flatulate.
Well, I mean, everything that eats must excrete.
Yeah, but are we sure about that?
Well, put it to you like this: if all you did was just eat and eat and eat, and you never took a crap, you would eventually turn into a giant blob of stuff because you can't get rid of the stuff you've been taking in.
But given how very little nourishment that we see the ghouls actually consume in the game, isn't it not so much a stretch to assume that they don't actually excrete?
It's true, kind of like how pigs don't sweat. All the waste products that would have been sweated out that gets saturated in the meat.
Those flames might prove useful if we are overwhelmed.
And that's why pork is very bad for you. It's because pigs don't sweat. Wait a minute, this place looks familiar.
It should. This is Morgoth's Breach is effectively a much longer version of the Ghoul Den that we raided last part, doing a sword legend for Urfael.
Right, but this is not the Ghoul Den.
This is not the same Ghoul Den, no.
They just look the same. Well, similar, not the same.
Another attack, and this cave will become my tomb.
Reach the vision artifact.
What I'm trying to do here is set up getting the moon letters over there, but unfortunately I was unable to set it up successfully.
More tracks. They drop money.
Hey, a bloodstained buckler.
Brother, where are you? Bloody crowd got me senseless.
We have not yet been introduced to this character, but I assure you, this is a memory of the recent past.
This is the dwarf we're looking for, isn't it?
Yep.
No, this shouldn't be. This is my fault. I should have been more prepared. I should have listened to you. I should have been a better hunter. Ah!
And in the next part, we will successfully finish this mission and get introduced to this character.
What's a charming buckler?